we go.
Oh, yeah.
That was nice.
Oh.
You know, that is the vibe that I want for this season, season 6. Speaking of which,
Episode 1. Season 6, episode 1.
you know what? Why don't you be the host this time? And you take the wheel, and I'll be here. I think I like the you kind of running the music, you being the DJ. You know what? Just take over the just take over the hosting too. You know, just you know what? I just want to relax this season. I've been through too much.
Here we go.
Here we go again.
Again.
What is up, and welcome back to the Ready Player Live podcast, also known as your favorite show about games and games.
Yes.
Just when you thought we would never come back, just when you hoped we'd never return. Some of you
guys was through. Make that triumphant, perfectly timed,
always on time
return.
Yes, sir.
But I mean, we weren't really gone. It's funny. My cousin the other day was like, I didn't think you guys had gone anywhere until you said that.
I know. In our head, we're like, oh man, we're gonna surprise them. They're gonna be like, where did they get? They're like, they didn't even know. Somebody did. There's at least one supporter out there that was like, oh man, I wonder
where they been.
The one
Just when
fan.
you thought we were, yeah. I didn't think you guys were, yeah.
All right, so check it out.
Season 6, episode 1. Man, oh man.
I feel really good today.
Right?
Do you feel good? How do you feel right now? Like, what is your vibe? Like,
I feel fantastic because we decided collectively that it would be a really good idea that Milo shook up the world. Just you should believe it at that. Shook up the world, caused some issues for some people, and he's trying to live his life.
Wait,
Milo's trying to live his life. He's just trying to live his life.
I would never shake up anything.
So
I like to
Milo
be low key.
is just trying to live his GD life. I'm telling you, and some people were upset about it. Anyway, we said, you know what? Let's screw them. Let's take a break. Let's take a pause. Take a month off. Enjoy life. And then come back when everybody's like, man, where y'all at?
You know,
we need you. I need that motivation.
That's the thing, you know, it's we are here to motivate and inspire.
Yeah.
And at no point in time are we going to address this? I mean, are we going to go in on this right away? This is a new season. Are we going to come out the gates hot on this?
Going on what?
Well, the thing is, where can I begin on this?
Like letting us live our own lives?
Well, the fact that we unapologetically are ourselves, I think, has become an issue. And not to open the season, in this way, but we don't care.
Like on our personal like in our personal lives, like we're doing our thing the way we're doing our thing, and if you don't like it,
unsubscribe.
Oh well. Yeah. Like I don't know, man. Like
I don't know how to word this. It's like let's just cut to let's go a deeper layer.
We put so much of ourselves and our just peace and positivity into this thing that we're doing, and some people just don't appreciate it like we thought they did, or try to turn it into, like, try to throw negativity into the pot and see what happens.
Yeah.
And I think I don't think we recognized that. I don't think we recognized that. We did. We recognized that, and we said, you know what? Screw them. Let's take a minute. Because, I mean, like, at the end of the day, we don't need to do this. Like, and we've talked about it before. We do this for other people. Like, we do this for everybody else. Like, I'm not saying
Facts.
we have everything figured out, but we're pretty dang comfortable where we are at this point in our lives and with everything we have going on. And because of that, and because we're at a level where we feel, we can probably actually genuinely help some people
and enjoy doing it.
Then that's why we're here. We're
Yeah.
here to try to legitimately help people that may be going through something similar or have gone through something similar that we've gone through in life, just different things, and provide that source of just inspiration and motivation. No, hey, it's okay. Like, you got this. We got you.
Right.
Like,
We see you.
Yeah.
We see you.
We support you.
We see you.
Just the same as you
Exactly.
do us. So, but yeah, some people weren't on that same vibe. And so we had to kind of take a step back and say, you know what? Let's figure out how we want to proceed here without,
Yeah.
without getting dragged into that negative realm that these people were trying to drag us into.
Correct. I think you actually nailed it because you mentioned that we've said this a few times. We've said this a few times. We have said this a few times. We do not get paid for this.
No, at all. This is 100% our free time.
This is free time. This is we've turned around a little bit of a profit on our merchandise drops and stuff like that, but that money goes right back to the show,
straight into the show.
And I think what I'm noticing is to kind of really address this immediately is like you said, we're putting out positivity, we're putting out motivation, we're putting out good vibes, and we don't have to do this at all. And I think there are people out there that are trying so hard to be noticed.
Yeah.
And there's people that they wish that they were getting sponsorships, and they wish that they were getting kind of the traction that we have by not even trying. Because really we're not trying, we're just doing, and we're just being ourselves.
And anyone could really do what we're doing if they have the experience to do so. Like, this is not like we're not doing anything crazy we're not doing anything crazy other than talking,
Correct. And on the point of negativity, like, I want to start this season and this new beginning basically in a way that we want to. I don't want the negativity to seep into this show.
No.
I don't want that to happen anymore. We are going to, let's get the, so I think on this episode, like, let's get the negative shit out of the way. Yes. So that way we can put it behind us.
Yeah.
And move forward.
And move the F forward. Yeah.
Case in point, there's a lot of negativity out there, and we have to speak on it. We were just talking about it before this episode started recording here. And that was the Will Smith bullshit. Let's go.
The infamous slap.
So I think everyone
around the world. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I think everyone at this point is kind of expecting us to maybe not, it's been so overdone. Everyone's had an opinion on it, but I think we should at least
about it. We've joked about it. But I don't really know if we've anyone's really talked about it, or if we even want to talk about it.
I don't, but at the same time I do, and I want to get it out of the way. Like I said, I just want to address it. Okay, so Will Smith, let's go.
We all know what he did. If you don't, then maybe, I don't know, you're under a rock. But everyone knows what happened. They saw what happened. And yes. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
My bad. No, you're fine. My point is, as I said at the beginning of this episode, all the negative shit, I just want to get addressed quickly, and I want to move past it. And this Will Smith shit has got to be touched on quickly, and then let's move the heck on.
Move on.
All right. So Will Smith, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know. Part of me,
what was going? Yeah.
Part of me thinks that this might have been scripted, because it's getting to the point of just complete insanity.
Right. Yeah.
It's what are we doing here, and what is the take, and why are we? Why are we in this man's business with his wife? oh, because he's
Mm-hmm.
putting it out there and she's putting it out there and all of that,
Mm.
right? So I just don't want to bring that too deep into this podcast, but it's something we just
Yeah.
should at least
Mm.
address and be like, what the heck? So here's my take.
Okay.
My take is I think it's to the point, I believe you mentioned it at the before we even recorded.
Mm.
Maybe it's if your relationship is at that level and it's gotten to this point where you feel the need to walk up and strike somebody in the face
Yeah, for your significant other.
for your significant feelings about
Yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
there's so many layers to that, and
Yeah.
it's like, okay, so at what point are you just like, maybe it's time to take a break?
Yeah,
Um,
was that for you or was it for your
exactly,
wife? Like,
exactly, like what are we doing here? And the
yeah.
thing that gets to and you know what I've noticed, so like Will Smith is being canceled, right?
Oh, really? See, I didn't know. I didn't realize that.
I'm
It
going
didn't
to
seem, I guess it didn't seem like it to me.
Okay, well, I am going to keep myself out of this. I've thought about this for 2 weeks while we've been prepping for this season. I'm not going to give my too much of my take on this, but I do see that basically what Smith did was extremely unpopular with the internet, and most people are saying like, "Oh, he's got to go. He's doing too much. He's and you know, I don't know if I want to give my take on this. You can if you
I mean,
want.
it's just it's another one of those things. Like, does it matter? You know,
Well, it should.
like
It should.
like does it matter to anyone other than the people involved?
I want. Okay, so there's a.
You know what I
okay, so I
mean?
want to have. Okay, so it should. I'll answer.
Like
you.
if I walked up and slapped you in front of a crowd of people, like that's
Is that between
I
us
put-
or is that between?
yeah,
But you did
like,
it publicly though.
yeah.
and
But what I'm saying is like
You're Will
if,
Smith.
If neither of us wanted anything done, and if it was like, oof, my bad, dog, you know, or whatever, and then you're like, you're fine, I'm not gonna press charges. Do we just move on with our lives, or like why?
But in this day and age, you
What's the
c-
point
there's-
of
you
dragging
can't,
it
though.
out?
But you know
Like,
damn well
when it's nobody's business,
But it is,
and it doesn't matter.
But it is at this point because Will Smith
You know
is.
what I mean?
I hear you. Yep.
Yeah,
But it is because Will Smith at this
because
point.
he put it out there.
It's Will Smith we're talking about.
Because he's Will Smith. Yeah.
He's a household.
He's never done anything.
This is so unlike him.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, my take is this:
Yeah.
like, we all have our breaking points. Okay, I will say that
Yeah.
we all have a moment. We all have a lapse of judgment where you're
Yeah.
just like, you've
That
had
was,
it, and you're like, you know what? I don't care what the consequences are. Like, I need to get this taken care of. Am I condoning it? Am I saying it's okay to go up and like slap somebody? Well, absolutely not. Right? I'm not. This is Ready Player Lift. Okay, we don't encourage you to go up and like slap somebody, because if you do, there's going to be consequences, of course.
Yeah.
And you know, to your point, you're saying, well, is it anybody's business? Well, it's like, okay. At first, I had feelings about this whole situation, right? At first, I was like, well, he's defending his wife. And it's
Yeah.
like, if somebody said something about my girl or your wife,
You'd be pretty
you'd
mad.
be upset.
Yeah.
I'd be upset, and I would absolutely do something. I'm not going to just sit there.
At least say
and
something.
I would
at least
say something. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how I would react.
Yeah.
But as time has passed, though, like, here's the thing: as time has
Mm-hmm.
passed, maybe it wasn't the best idea for him to do that. You know, maybe,
Yeah. Also because now his wife is like, oh, I wish he didn't do that. And it's like, bro, come on, man. Like, you at least stand by your man. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're getting
something.
into it, though.
If
You're going down the road.
dude, you dragged me into it. If he is in his mind standing up for his woman, his significant other, whatever, and he feels like, no, she was disrespected, I don't approve of this, like, whatever, and he did what he did, whether it's right or wrong. And then she's like, he shouldn't have done that. And it's like, dude, like I'd be pretty mad, like if because then like you're basically saying screw you, like the fact that you actually care about me, or at least that's how you're expressing yourself, like that's how you're showing that you care about me, like whatever, like I didn't need you to do that.
Poor man.
That's like, damn,
this
man,
poor
like,
man. Okay, so
you're already friggin' entangled with someone else. Like, what you doing to me, girl?
But that's the thing. Like, what is happening?
That's just how
like,
I feel about it. Yeah, there's obviously a lot more behind the scenes stuff that happened and that's happening, and that he's going through himself to the point where he's like, it compounded all at that moment, and just like, he
like Kill Bill,
G.I. Jane,
he just saw red. He just felt the walls closing in on him. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Let me put you in this. All right. So, what would you have done in that situation? Let's go.
It's not that simple. There's too many layers to it, dude. There's way too many layers to it. That's in his situation, because like your wife's losing her hair. Nobody knows that she's losing her hair, and everyone thinks, oh, she just has this hairstyle. Like, so it's personal. It's a sad thing, like that they're going through personal stuff at home, and then you already have these emotions and this crap because of the previous year.
You've already been cheated on
through you're being dragged through the freaking media, like you're a punk, and you're just trying to be the nice guy, like, and just move the F forward and just be vulnerable and, whatever. And then this right in front, like unscripted, unplanned, like, why you had to go at me, like, out of all people, like,
I'm Will,
just because I'm
freaking
sitting
Smith
right here,
yeah.
Like, yeah. So it was. I feel like
so
it was
much
just one
there,
of those
though.
moments where it was. But there's so much.
But that's the thing, though, too.
It's
like, well, Chris,
that nobody knows. That it's like. But I mean, you would think that Chris would be like, maybe I probably.
Well, he's a comedian, though. It's his job.
Leave them alone.
It's his job, and you know what? I'm going to go there. I'm going to say
it. It's not a comedy show.
I'm going to say it.
They're not at a comedy show, though.
I'm going to say it. What is the trend right now? I'm going to be very careful here.
Making fun of people?
No, the trend is equal treatment. So it's like, you know what? I don't give a damn who you are. You're getting this joke. We're all this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we're all.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, Will Smith is a man. He's a person. He's a human being. Yeah. Just because he has $1 million and you don't doesn't mean he's immune to a joke. Let's go. Let me at least say that.
Yes.
But Chris Rock should have known better.
Yes. One, it's not a comedy show. Two,
but it's his
you're on
job.
live TV.
But it's his job to crack jokes, though.
Yeah, but like.
So so you're saying he went too far? He went too far.
He could have picked somebody else.
But that's not equal, though. Like, Will Smith is sitting
up front. He didn't go down.
Front.
He didn't go down the row. He didn't go down the row of everybody in the front.
Oh, did you see the meme
on everybody?
All right, so let's do what we do. Let's do what we do. I think I might have forgotten to send it to you, but like,
okay,
there was a meme that popped up, and it was like, man, I didn't see Jada backing up Professor Clump when. I didn't see what was her name in that movie. Professor Purdy, okay. Miss Purdy.
Yeah. Miss Purdy.
I did not see Miss Purdy get up and defend Sherman Clump when he was getting the fat jokes. By Dave Chappelle.
By Dave Chappelle. Women be shopping.
You cannot stop. Woman from shopping. All right.
If you have not seen The Nutty Professor, I highly recommend it. It is very outdated for today's time, but
that movie
if
would
you
never
are a fan
fly.
If you're a fan of comedy and you have an open sense of humor, you for some reason have never seen The Nutty Professor, go watch it.
A lot of people.
You may laugh you may actually laugh. Like, dude, there's a lot of stuff in there that's still hilarious to me. Like,
it's one of those movies you have to
because
watch
it is.
carefully nowadays, and you have to tread lightly when
I
you
know.
talk about. But anyway, that's not the
You
point.
have to have an open sense of humor. Period. That's it.
I don't know where
Just
this is
open sense of
going. I
humor.
don't know where this is going, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
That's pretty funny though. Yeah, she should have stood up for him a little bit. I don't know, or they should have just like moved on with their lives and not said anything else. Like, and just
the thing
that's it. I don't know.
no, it's all been said too. But like the thing that's disappointing is like now we have like why are we sitting here talking about this actor
We went
that
on entirely too long over this. We were
that we well no, but it's just
You're like, we're just gonna talk briefly about.
But you
this.
just talked about shaking up the world, and it's like the last thing
Yes.
that I expected on a Sunday night was to see this video of like Will Smith
Yeah.
like slapping, like what is this like what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like what is? And then yelling at him.
Yelling at him,
in
and now the
from the
remixes are
audience.
coming
It's
out,
like-
and now the memes have been
Uh-huh.
overdone within 24 hours, and now we're talking about it, and now and it's like so. It's,
Yeah.
but I mean, the legacy is definitely
It was
threatened. The legacy
yeah,
is definitely
not quite tarnished, but definitely damaged a little.
it's definitely not looking
Bothered.
good.
Yeah, it's like on the fence.
Well, did you see
You know?
the Academy actually banned Will Smith for 10 years? So he is not allowed to
Did they
return.
at least let him? Did they let him keep his
the
Oscar
award
or whatever though?
Does he like? Would you even want it at that point?
That's his first one.
This should have been the monumental. It's like a
Well, this shouldn't have been his first one, obviously, but
Well, yeah,
what
I
I'm
mean, it
saying-
should've-
and Samuel Jackson's, which I got overshined, by the way, in case
I had no idea.
he also
See,
won.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
this. All
he
I
won as
all I
well.
saw was that
And it was
video.
his first one.
All I
which
saw
is crazy.
was just the video after video after video after video. Slap, 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 slap.
Will Smith, I'm Sam.
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Keep my wife's name out.
Yeah.
Just all day. So anyway, I'm done. On a positive note. So anyway, like I said, the negative.
It was a wild, it was a wild moment in time.
It was a wild month.
Will Smith got some mad negativity out of his system, just like we're getting it out of this.
We're just pushing it
podcast.
out. You know what? We're gonna get it out. We're gonna kick
And
it
moving
aside.
forward.
On a on a positive note. So I know we open our. This is basically like a recap, kind of what have we been up to episode.
Yeah, it's been a whole month. There's a lot of stuff.
It's a
that's happened
de-rusting
that
kind of
we-
an episode. It's like, all right, well,
Yeah.
now that shit's out of the way, I don't want to forget about the shout outs. Okay, I want to do.
Okay.
I want to do a. I want to switch gears.
Do you have any shout outs?
I do, and I wanted to give a shout out. He's not local. He's not no one we personally know, but what better way to switch gears and speak on positivity than to bring up my boy Joey Swole. Let's go. Do you know Joey Swole? So when I mentioned the name Joey Swole, like what do you think? If you know him, if you've seen him.
I don't really know him. I've seen who he is. I don't really follow him and know really much about him.
Okay.
But
So
I know he lifts weights.
he's a big guy. He's a
Yeah, he lifts weights from time to time.
he's jacked, and he's clearly on the I mean, whatever. He's a big guy, right?
Yeah, he's just doing his thing.
And so you would see this guy, and I'm not assuming because we're in the bodybuilding world, so we don't assume anything about people that train and whatever. Do you, right?
Yeah.
Whatever stuff you're taking behind closed doors, it's your business. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. But you would see this guy, and you would assume that he's just like this meathead and blah blah blah. But like actually, he's doing something really positive for the bodybuilding and social media community, and I wanted to explain that to you. Maybe in your free time you will want to check him out by what I'm telling you here. So Joey Swole is on the surface, he's just a jacked bodybuilder, super, some would say roided out. I don't know what he's doing. Some would say he's on something, steroids, right? Let's just say it.
He's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
So, as you know, there is this stereotype in this world where he's just a meathead, and all he cares about is just looking this way and being ripped. And he's just here, He's just for the money. Well, whatever. Like, I don't know him personally, but I do
Yeah.
like what he's doing. I do like what he is basically championing, and that
Okay, what's he doing?
is positivity in the gym. Now, who does that remind you of?
Oh.
Now, who does that remind you of? There's
Oh.
a couple of handsome guys with video game podcasts that talk about,
Positivity in the gym.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so let's go. So basically, Joey Swole has these. It's almost like a series. There's just these reels that he's been doing on Instagram, where and TikTok, where he's basically replying to these videos, where these videos are like shaming people in the gym, and they're like, oh, like look at this person in the gym, and just like that toxic shit that you and I don't like. You know, I'm gonna film this person and I'm gonna make fun of them. Oh, like look at this, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
It's a little much.
yeah, like just that toxic shit. You know, it's a thing in our community. You know,
Yeah.
filming somebody who's just trying to train and maybe they're obese or maybe they're overweight and they don't know what they're
Yeah,
doing.
maybe they're just getting
Maybe
started.
they're just getting started, stuff like that. And so basically, what he's doing is he's putting these shitheads. Let's call them what they are. He's putting these shitheads on blast.
On blast. Yeah.
And he's saying, listen, you know what? The gym is not about that. The gym is not about you. You're an asshole. Like, be better,
Nice.
do better. And it's really,
Be a better person.
it's really
Yeah.
cool what he's doing because, like I said, the negativity in our world is actually starting to get to me a little bit. Can we talk about it?
Okay.
So, toxic gym culture, like you've talked about it before on a previous season. The whole reason
Yeah.
you don't even go to the gym is because you hate all of that.
I
Big
get
reason.
annoyed. I get irritated.
Yeah. So a big reason why you don't like going to a public gym is for kind of the stuff that he puts on blast. You know,
Yeah.
people now, obviously you and I film in a gym from time to time, but we do it respectfully. We do it in a way
Oh,
where it doesn't
absolutely. Yeah.
interfere with people's training. It doesn't, you know, if
Yep.
we're in the way, we get out of their way quickly, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, a lot of people don't care. They don't have that sort of respect, that courtesy,
yeah.
you know, that. And so, to be honest with you, man, that negative culture is actually starting to get to me. Can we talk
Yeah?
about it?
How so?
Well,
How is it getting to you?
you know, I'm
Like you're
really
becoming
starting
like
to
that?
become sort of like you, where I'm starting to think like maybe I should just like
Oh.
train at home.
You're just
And I'm just like
irritated by some
irritated.
people and the-
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to talk about it because, you know, the time in the gym is so valuable, right? All we get each day is what, 2 hours a day, maybe 2.5, and
Yeah,
really
if you're lucky.
that's like my time. That's your time to like decompress. That's my time to
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
fit.
because we've said it before. We're not only in the gym for physical health, but we're also there for mental health because it's a de-stress, like you're saying, for us. It's beneficial for you. Like it's something that actually is helping us, and we're not just there to look good.
Right.
You know.
And so what's happening, thank you. That's perfect. So what's happening is a lot of people are, I don't know if it's like the times of the day that I'm going or, you know, I trained with my girlfriend. Like, I don't know if it's because like we're like a gym couple and now we're getting certain looks or certain vibes. I don't really know what's happening, but I do know that there is a change in the feeling, and I go to multiple gyms, so it's not just like a gym where it's like, oh yeah, we'll just like switch gyms, you're good. Like it's actually like it's becoming a thing where it's just like I'm just like I don't want to be around people right now. Like, and I thought back to myself, and I was actually going to text you, and I was going to be like, dude, like I'm starting to really like training at home more.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, Jarrell was right again.
No.
And you were telling me, you're like, man, I don't know why you go to them public gyms, you know? And I'm like, no, man, it's great. I do it for the vibe.
If you don't have to, and it's in certain gyms and certain times there might be a decent vibe, but I've had just so many experiences in gyms where I'm just like, I genuinely get irritated because like I'm just trying to do my thing. Like, and people either are just not courteous or get all up in your business while you're like, meaning like I'm lifting here and then you're standing next to me. Like
Right.
you walk next to me with your weights and start lifting next to me. It's like, come on, man. Like, or walk in front of me in between the mirror and me, like just all kinds of stuff that I'm just like, I just,
this is my me
years
time.
ago said, nah, I'm over it. And I figured out a different way to do my thing.
So that's where I'm at. Basically, I'm just, lagging behind you a little bit, where
level.
I'm just like, you know what? Like,
maybe I don't need this.
Maybe I don't need 3 gym memberships anymore. Because like I said, everywhere I go, I'm just like, I don't want to sound like this like disgruntled man that like can't, but like, dude, like
get off my lawn.
Yeah, like I mean, it's not even like that, but I mean, the fact that I'm feeling that way, the fact that you feel that way, the fact that like my girlfriend feels that way, and other people that we talk to who have like commented on the show, and they picked up what you were throwing down with like the gym etiquette and the gym culture. So it's like it's becoming a problem.
And a lot of times it sucks too, because if you're new to the gym or you're just starting and you're trying to get in, you're trying to get healthy and you're trying to get into that world, and then all the experiences that you have are that,
right,
like that negative.
You're gonna be like, screw this.
Yeah, like that's what I think discourages a lot of people too, is that aspect of it.
Right. So you're correct, and that's unfortunate. So the whole thing, okay, so the whole thing with that is that as you said, a newer person is going to get discouraged, and they're not going to train, and they're going to just not be healthy and whatever, right? But like, my advice, we talk about it all the time, is just find what works for you. Like, if the negative gym culture is upsetting you, like, I understand completely. So I'm going to do something about it, and I'm just going to train at home a little bit more, and I'm going to go to the gym at an earlier time than what I typically do, and maybe it'll be a different crowd. But, I just wanted to say that basically, it's becoming an issue, and I appreciate that someone with a following like Joey Swole, who has 2 million plus like subscriber, followers, whatever. I appreciate that he has that platform, and basically he's doing what we're doing with a bigger reach. So anybody, so it's like just like positive vibes. Like anyone who's on that vibe, like I'm going to shout them out, whether we know them or whether it's a complete stranger or celebrity. Like I think the shout outs need to be like true positive shout outs, and let's go back to where we started, and let's identify like, hey, who's inspiring you today? Like who is killing it today? So anyway, that's my shout out for today.
So shout out Joey Swole. Thank you for being you, and thank you for encouraging other people to also, be themselves.
Exactly. And you know what? Maybe someone's going to think twice now. If they're, basically being a dick at the gym, maybe more people need to fight back, I think. And more people need to because it's really, we're all there to have a good time. We're all there to be better. We're all there because you and I know we're all going through it, whatever it is in your life. And I think we need to be better. I think people
absolutely
should feel a little bit, everybody has a camera in their pocket, and it's like, what are you doing with it that's not trash? It's like, that's just my thought right now.
Put some dang positivity out in the world. Like, I think it may turn out to be better than you realize,
Exactly. So thank you for letting me kind of get that off my chest.
Absolutely.
But that's not why people are here. That is not why people are here. You know why they're here. Now,
why are you listening to us right now?
Well, for one,
we want games. We want games.
Okay.
So the gears have been switched.
I think
it's about that time.
It is, but I think, like I said, Jarrell, this season, I want you to just kind of take the wheel, Just
Like,
take the wheel. You know what? Just drive us there, man.
Crash into that wall. What is he
I
doing?
want to talk about video games, but you know what? I think you probably have a little bit more this time because
Let's talk about some games, man. It's been a month. I try to play as much as I can when I can. It's been a busy month for me. So, but even though it's been as busy as it is, I was able to jump back in, and I did it. I beat No, I didn't beat Mass Effect.
Okay, so
I beat the new version, copycat Mass Effect, Guardians of the Galaxy on Xbox Series X. I beat it, and it was cool, man. It was a good, nice little ending.
you sound.
I'm gonna tell you, it got. It didn't get like repetitive, but it got a little
repetitive,
a little like where it was like you kind of, it was the same styles of fights, and like nothing really, like it was neat like to finish it, and it was cool to like, oh yeah, I beat it, yeah, cool, neat, but it goes back to the very first thing, like you had said when you first started playing it, was like, man, this would be so much better if they were the original voices and the original, like the characters from the movie, like if it was the same people from the movie, like that we were used to, because like after a while, you never really get attached to the characters the same way, because it feels like they're trying to imitate the movie version of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And so it's like, it's okay for what it is, but then it's like, and then on the other side of that, some of the characters in the movie or in the game are completely different than in the movie, and it's weird. It's like when they have Mantis in the game, the
girl with
alien
the
thing
tentacle
with
things on
that
her
was
head.
from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Yeah, they have her in the game, and whoever's playing her is like, it's just odd, man. Like, so it kind of really throws you off, because you're like, you're already accustomed to these characters as they are in the movie, so it's really hard to accept them, like this version of them in the game. Yeah. But it was good for what it was. The story was cool at the end. It ended well, and it was neat, but it was like definitely one of those where I'm like, I really don't see myself ever playing this again. Yeah. Like, really? Like, there's nothing else in there that I feel like nothing that would be new to me. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just
one and done.
It was good. It was good for what it was. Yeah, it was good for what it was, but it was definitely towards the end, it starts to get a little on the repetitive side, and to where you're just like, let me just finish this, and see what happens. But
it was
aight.
Okay, so just okay. So the fact that you actually did complete a whole game, though, I mean, that's
the first time.
Really?
Is that the first time I've ever completed a game?
That is not shade. I'm just saying. You said we're busy guys. Like,
as an adult, it's one of the very few that I have completed in its entirety. I'll just put it that way. As an older adult, if that makes
Wow,
we'll
you admitted to getting older.
We're older.
You didn't say old yet.
We're not. I'm not old.
You're just
I ain't
older.
old, motherfucker. I ain't old.
But
take a screenshot of that one. I ain't old, but
it's definitely getting
older.
there.
I'm getting older. Yeah. So
okay,
but hey, you know what I'm not too old for, and I didn't know if you wanted to talk about any.
Take us there, man.
Game stuff.
Like I said, you're driving. You take us. Let's.
I'm all over the road on this one. What I am not too old for, God damn it, is these kids crying in the background. What I am not too old for is Kirby.
Oh, shout out to Kirby.
Kirby. Kirby is back. If you don't know who Kirby is, then I don't know. He's this little ball of joy, this little round.
He's such a simple
guy.
character. Like
Such a simple character. He's the simplest character. I remember playing Kirby on Super Nintendo at this place that used to exist called Incredible Universe, and it was incredible. The place was exactly what it was supposed to be, and it's probably why it went out of business, because it was too good. Anyway, my mom took me there, and I was probably a little too old to be in this little section, but they had like basically like a daycare section. You drop your kids off, and in the room though, it was surrounded with computers and like little TVs with games.
Oh, nice.
So it was nothing but games in this little daycare center thingy or whatever. And I remember playing Kirby there back then, and it was like it's the simplest, coolest little thing. Well, anyway, Kirby got a what do they call it? A glow up. Man, they made Kirby look good. Basically, they took notes from Super Mario Odyssey and say, you know what? Let's do Kirby like this. To an extent. Let's keep it a little still the Kirby vibe, but let's do something like this. So it's new, revamped, freaking 3D.
So it's like open world,
cool looking.
Sorry to speak over you
a little bit, not
Okay.
not entirely. It's still the Kirby style where you're going from point A to point B, but it's a bit more open.
Okay.
Like you have to kind of find certain things that are hidden.
Oh,
You have to
okay.
like
That is-
and it's and the scene the
Glow up.
the it got a major glow up. Kirby's back. So and it's getting great reviews. It was like 5 for 5 on GameStop, 8 out of 10 on IGN, 84% Metacritic. Like when I last checked, I don't know what it is now. It's been a week or so since it came out, and man, it's cool. Like it's super simple, but it's like fun because the environment,
Yeah.
and classic Kirby style. You know how he sucks in,
And then you can
whatever and
absorb
turns
the
into,
powers of the
yeah. Well, and I apologize if you're planning on playing this game, maybe don't listen to this part here. But Kirby not only does that, but he does that with like things.
Oh.
So like
objects.
there's a car. Yeah, like there's an old car chilling there, and he goes and he sucks it up, and then becomes this fucking big old Kirby car.
Oh.
And like, dude.
So you have to ask, like, has
Dude.
Kirby? Hold on, like you're taking me down this like
Okay.
path, dude. Like, has Kirby like always had this ability, or did they like retcon?
Yeah,
this?
right.
Like,
Why can't he just absorb
he could just
every
like,
power
absorb
of everything?
and then be like game,
Yeah,
like one and done, game over.
He sucks in these stairs, and like you're walking around like as a big old giant scaffolding. Like what else does he do on there? You could suck in like a traffic cone and like waddle around as a traffic
But
cone.
why?
Like, dude, it's hilarious. I don't know, man, but it's been really fun so far. I think I'm on like world 3 or 4,
No.
and
Okay.
it's been cool. Like it's neat. Like, and you can have a second player jump on with you.
Okay.
And be one of the little Waddle Dee
Oh, yeah, I know them. I love
characters,
them.
the
Yeah,
little,
Waddle Dee
little
and Waddle
guys.
Dee.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I know them.
you can be one of the little Waddle Dees,
Mhm.
and is the specific, which I found kind of funny, the specific one that you are, his name is Bandana Waddle Dee, and he's literally a Waddle Dee with like a bandana around his head.
Can you please
but
find
they
an
gave-
image of that? I need to see that.
Bandana Waddle Dee, and they gave him like a spear, so he's got this like little spear that he fights with, that you can fight with. But it's cool actually having like a second player like a second player with you the whole time. But yeah, Bandana Waddle Dee is like
Okay.
super gangsta.
I was gonna say because
he's like, here, let me. I'm gonna
right.
send it.
And this
I'm
actually
gonna send it to you
segues
right
me
now.
pretty nice here. So thank you for that. Once we see this
Yeah,
Bandana
Waddle Dee. The only way they can make him more gangsta is if they gave
Just
if he
blue?
was like strapped. no, if he no. So his bandana is blue.
No
by the way.
freaking way.
But the only other way that he would be more gangsta
Crip?
is if he was strapped. Yeah.
What is happening to this world?
Bro, right? Dude, isn't that
Did
funny?
you send it?
Yeah. I'm going to send
send it
you
right
two.
now.
I'm going to send you this other one. That's like a little bit more stylish looking.
There it
But
is. Hold on, I got something. Here you go. I got my attachment. Okay. Okay.
Bandana
See, I was
Waddle
thinking.
Dee.
Okay, so it's more like a do rag, dude. it's,
Oh, yeah, well.
it's a rag. I was thinking like
It's like a-
the
it's like a-
Tupac, like
it's-
the the
Oh,
bandana,
no,
like.
but
But
it's
it
the
is
other way.
but it is still blue.
It's-
it is. It's like
the
traditional
yeah.
style.
It's
It's
like
not-
it's like a pirate.
Yeah, he's-
it's like a.
They're like, you know
pirate
what? Let's
one.
put a blue
Yeah.
bandana on him, but let's make sure it's. We're gonna push that.
Like, whoa!
But don't
wait a
push it
minute,
too
we
far.
can't quite. Yeah.
If you know, you
yeah,
know.
You're right. It's more like a.
If you know,
do-rag,
you know.
Like a, yeah.
You know,
He's gonna be beefing with another
with the red one.
with the red one. I'll let you know if that happens later on in the game. That'd be pretty wild.
Well, you know what?
Hmm.
Speaking of which, I'm not sure if this even ties in or not, but I'm going to take this road.
Okay.
Did you hear? Did you hear about the gamer saved by headset after taking a stray bullet?
What?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. It's probably bullshit, but yeah, there's like this post or whatever. This kid
What?
was like sitting
Dude,
there.
hold on. What? How expensive is that
That's what
headset?
I'm
What is
saying.
that? It's pretty made out of Teflon. Like, how
It's
is that head?
It's like plastic.
How?
It's made by
Yeah.
I believe it was a Razer headset. I don't know. You can fact check me on that.
Yeah.
But it's a great brand. We're not sponsored by them, but it did save a kid's life. I don't know how.
How,
I don't know
though?
what. I don't know
Where did the round land?
it hit his like here, like
on the side?
Yeah, and it saved his life.
And it didn't go all the
no,
way
it
through.
just the bullet just
What?
bounced off, and he saved his life.
It must have been a small.
I just
round.
wanted to talk about it. There's no point. I just wanted to. Did you hear about the kid?
It was a really small
It
round
was-
that went through a wall.
Yeah, I'm not like an
so
expert
it slowed
on,
it down even more, and then it hit. Yeah,
I don't
That's
know what type. Of,
I'm like, no.
I don't know
way,
what
man.
caliber. Freaking.
Yeah, of the bullet was.
I didn't go there, but I had to at least throw that in there. It makes no
That's so wild.
no sense at all. So it's about that
Yes.
time. We're gonna jump right into it. It is time for the. Well, wait. Are we gonna go there yet? Do you want to go there yet?
What?
It is.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
I want to talk about it. I don't know why you're here, but I'm here to talk about the Sonic the Hedgehog
Oh,
sequel movie.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2. Oh my God!
I
In
have-
all its glory.
Okay, so as
In
always,
all its glory.
to the listeners, if you're listening to this episode at the beginning of this
spoiler
release for this fantastic movie, go ahead and skip to the end of this episode because we will be going ham.
Yeah, if you have not yet seen Sonic 2 in the movie theater or wherever you see movies, spoiler alert, because we're going to talk about it. And if you don't want it ruined, now's the time. Switch the podcast off. I don't know.
But as always, please come back and finish the episode.
Yes, come
and,
back.
We
Yes.
need.
Tell us what
Yeah,
you
please.
think. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So, do you want to start, or can I start? Can we meet halfway?
Go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
So
I saw it yesterday. You saw it today.
I just
Right.
yes, I saw it today.
Okay.
So I'm fresh on that high.
Yes.
Can I just say that I have not felt this excitement since Avengers Endgame?
Yeah.
Right?
Like for and for something so
It's
simple.
so stupid. It's like such
a movie about a freaking video game character, like
a hedgehog,
what?
a fox, and whatever freaking knuckle.
And a kidna.
Like, I just want to say that I just had a really good time with this movie, and we're big fans
for many reasons.
Yeah, like,
not even just the fact that it's Sonic and we like Sonic and he's a cool, neat, fun character, but because of all the stuff that they put in the movie.
It's one of those things
that's
dude.
in the game.
It's one of those things where like this movie has no business being that good.
It's no business being as good as it was.
I want to go on record here
for what it was.
Like as you said, it's like a stupid little video game that, Sonic the Hedgehog has like a huge following. Obviously, we grew up when he was in his prime, and so like but he has like still diehard fans still. And the fact that like they pulled it off not once but twice.
And it worked, and it was
and
like,
it makes sense, and it's like
and you're okay with it.
But like I said, it's just like why am I like thoroughly entertained by this? I want to go on record and say this, and it's a take. It's definitely a take. It's definitely, maybe you disagree. I don't know what your personal take is on this. I'm gonna go on record here and say this is easily the best video game movie so far. Like there were some.
We've talked about music video or video games based off of movies. Yeah, movies based off video games. But yeah,
can you think of a better movie? Especially a sequel, because like
movie
sequels,
based off of a video game.
Because like usually a sequel, it doesn't, like they try to like recapture the first one, and then they like miss the mark, and like sequels in general are like tough to pull off.
As far as an like a genuinely good movie in itself, I think this may be the one now. Like the top video game movie.
It was epic.
Like, and not because all the other ones we've talked about it before are like good because of nostalgia and stuff. Because we watched when we were kids, and they're horrible, but they're one of those that they're so bad they're good. But this was like actually good.
It's like a good movie, and like I said,
it was actually good. Like it was like, dude,
the cast was solid.
And there was
and
there was it's funny too, because even though it was such a simple thing, they still managed to put in just a little bit of like, here's some positivity for you.
I love that. I wanted to talk about that. Yeah,
dude, that's cool, man.
I love that about that movie. Yeah,
I was always weird and nobody liked me because I had two tails.
I can
and then
relate.
I saw you were like that too. I'm like
that's like us. I was like, it's like we were never the same. And Tails was just so cute, So adorable.
Tails was perfect.
So cool.
He was like the nicest little thing, and it was like, and it was so perfect how they interacted, and even the simple stuff like that was similar to the video game. So on the part when he's gonna go snowboarding down the hill or down the mountain or whatever, right? What does he tell him before? You go high, I'll go low. And I'm like, bro, it's just like in the game. Like there's when you have Tails so with you, Tails is up high and you're down low as Sonic, and you're running, and Tails is always like right above you. I'm like,
it had no business.
It's so simple, but it's like
you could tell
it's so good.
You can tell. Yeah, I agree fully, and you can tell that the creators of this movie like enjoyed
clearly play Sonic, or at least like know enough about
where they put enough
game.
Where it's like not like
because I mean there's like even the island stuff in there,
the emerald.
Like, and I'm like,
there's like, so many. I took notes, so as you gather your thoughts,
Dr. Robotnik's little robots this time were the little like kind of looking like those wasp looking ones, kind of sort of. They were kind of like that this time.
Talk like about a glow up, dude. Like, dude,
and they hinted to the fat Robotnik too, when in a way, like when his little henchman dude or whatever his name is was like swiping through outfits, and they swiped to that one real quick, and it's him all
exactly.
fat. And like,
they threw that in.
Nice.
Like you said, the snowboarding thing. What else? This is a massive spoiler. So
yes, the plane, the plane that Tails is flying, the robot
The giant
And
robot. That's a huge spoiler,
yeah.
by the way. So
Yeah.
if you heard that,
Like,
we warned you.
that's from the game.
That's from the game. I remember that being like, I remember, dude, to get
Like, there's so
that-
much. Knuckles is strong, like, so that,
and he was
then that's
gliding
his-
like in the game. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like climbing the walls, just like the game.
Yes.
There's like so many like genuine things from the game.
Like, and then of course, like, initially how I was like on the fence with Idris playing Knuckles'
was
voice.
fantastic.
It was good.
He was funny.
Yeah, it was great.
He was funny.
You know?
He's just like so dorky because like
Yeah. And the only like, and it's probably nitpicky, but the only thing that was like, oh, I wish they didn't do so much of was like make him maybe a little like not so much like Drax-ish.
Yeah.
You know what I
they,
mean?
like
where
made
he's,
him
like,
kind of dumb.
Kind of dumb a little.
But you have to think
like,
about
not
it.
too-
Okay, let's go.
But
No.
then you're like, well,
He's, like, from another-
raised by another planet that's
That's why
that
it's
he's
funny.
he's like a tribe.
Yeah,
Like, he's not-
exactly. He's
yeah,
not like
he's
civilized.
no technology,
but he's like
and-
a warrior.
exactly.
He's basically he is Drax.
He's a warrior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
but in Sonic,
that's like a
yeah.
great comparison.
Yeah,
That's hilarious. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
it's like he's like
that's the
he's
only
like,
thing I was
he's
like,
like not
huh,
the
that's
smartest, but he's mighty, and man, is he loyal.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
He's basically
That's
Drax.
perfect.
As I said, this basically is like Endgame for kids.
Dude, it was so good. It's so freaking good.
And
The only other thing that I was thinking about too that would have been wild is when he's running on the ocean towards to get to the where Robotnik and Knuckles are. The only other thing that would have been pretty wild is if like a whale started.
I was
chasing
waiting.
him, like,
You know
very,
what?
Very briefly.
You said that, and I was like, if they throw the killer whale in there,
dude,
yeah, like if they do
it
that,
would
it'd
be
be like
done.
I was
Yeah.
waiting for that too.
That's
because
gotta
they were
be
kind of
it.
going
Yeah,
for that
that's got-
angle where and I was kind of waiting for that,
That
too.
would
I was
like when maybe like when he jumps.
that'd be too good.
To go from
Yeah.
one wave to the next.
Just like a little
and then
one.
a
Like it doesn't
whale,
have to be like a big,
Uh-huh.
just like a quick little like.
I'd be like, it's
Oh my
perfect.
God.
They did it.
So I have some notes here, and I
Okay.
could.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and rate this movie now and say it was. Well, we'll save that for later. But
It's right
Um,
up there. It's at the top. It's already the like number one video game movie. Like Super Mario is gonna have a hell of a time.
they're gonna maybe they're watching this and they're like, oh crap. Like
yeah, Illumination is gonna have to step their game up for sure on this one because man, they can't.
you know, I have so many thoughts. I'm like all over the place, right? So,
okay.
Jim Carrey returned, and he completely
Yes.
killed it again.
Yep.
Absolutely,
Yep.
like you could tell he had a great freaking time,
Enjoyed himself, yeah.
which is the Jim
Classic
Carrey that
Jim
we know and
Carrey,
love. Like just
we grew up with.
so he's back and he's doing exactly what he does best, which is just being funny,
Just being
comical, and
hilarious.
he's actually
random.
giving it, like you could tell, because like he's an actor. You could tell he's like really like trying to like have a good time with the role. In my opinion, I mean, you could tell he's like into it. He's having a good time.
Okay.
What else? I thought,
Your Operation Catfish.
yeah, that's gonna be like, I'm like, that's funny. That's
It's so
horrible.
It's so dumb.
I felt kind of bad for the lady, dude. That sucks.
No, but she got back
She
with
did,
the
and
dude,
it
so
worked
it's
out,
all
it worked
good.
out.
Like, I forgot what his name is. I've
The
seen
actor,
him. I know
is it
he's
Tyson Beckford?
Yeah, he's
That's not Tyson
no,
Beckford. It's,
no, that's no.
but he's the guy
He's
from
another real famous
CSI.
dude.
He's
Like,
from
he was-
one of those shows.
Yes.
What is his
Man,
name?
he's getting old.
He
though.
looks solid
Like,
though, man.
But he's still,
he's
yeah.
you know,
like I was like, dang, he's
solid,
still.
man. He's
I
a
mean, you
good-looking
could tell.
guy, man.
You could tell. You can tell he's old.
you can tell he's
now,
old, but he's still fit, and he's still
yeah, super fit. But yeah,
it's funny.
was funny.
Yeah, I thought he did good.
broke the number one rule. Don't fall in love.
Man, he got the lines. Got the line. That's something I would say. So I thought. So you touched on Idris Elba. I thought he did a good job. I did want to speak on this, and I'm like, how far have we come from the initial trailer for the first movie? And now we have like this like massive like ensemble, like we got all Knuckles, we got
and
Tails.
and now it's fully formed.
Yeah.
And if this one was what it was,
I can't believe
now that they had the two can you imagine the next
I know
movie? Because you know there's going to
they're
be
gonna
another
do
one
it
now
yeah.
because
that teaser
of
at the
that
end. There, that
ending.
teaser at the end.
Oh man!
Do you want to say it?
Project Shadow.
Shadow. What?
What?
I did not expect.
what?
Yeah, so Shadow's
Yeah.
gonna be there, and,
It's crazy because like I feel like if you don't know about these games, like you may not just understand the hype as much. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cause my wife was just like,
Who cares?
Shadow?
Yeah.
Like my little nephew, when they showed Shadow, my little nephew was like,
Oh my God.
Shadow! Like all loud, like and my wife's like
who?
how does he know who that is? Like,
Well,
he's like 8. I'm like, well, it's Shadow. Like everybody knows who Shadow is.
You actually.
So it was and she had no idea. She's like, I had no idea who he was. Like,
So that's.
so it's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I wonder. Yeah, it makes you wonder.
it makes you wonder, like, if you didn't know who
Would
these
you
characters
care?
are,
Like, yeah.
like, is this
Would
still
it
a
be
good
as
movie?
good of a movie?
Because it'd be like, what? Why is he like?
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if it would be as good. Like, if you really don't know the characters.
Yeah.
Like it.
So this movie,
like-
but hear me out here. Hear me
Yeah.
out. That is why
Okay.
this is the best video game adaptation of all time, because
it's
they-
it's the
perfect
perfect
adaptation.
adaptation of the
exactly.
game.
Usually, now here's the
Oh,
thing:
and we didn't even mention Golden Sonic,
Supersonic.
like the Supersonic
So-
at the freaking end.
So here's the thing.
I was like,
Here-
oh,
this is
like-
why. Yep. This is why I'm gonna go in on this.
Okay.
This is why video game movies are so shitty, because
They don't
They always
connect
cater.
with-
Nope. They always
Yeah.
cater to like people that don't get.
Hollywood.
Yeah, they always cater to
Or, yeah,
viewers
like-
that don't know about the games,
Yeah.
and then they fuck it up for the true fans of the games.
Yes.
So, case in
yes.
point, the Mortal Kombat movie, off the top of my head, we
Yeah.
liked the movie for what it was, but the number one issue is
But
like, who the
so
hell is
many
this character that they just
things-
made up?
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's like, why should I?
all this extra
And
stuff
so they throw in all this stuff to get people,
who don't know anything about the games
And-
to just okay, well,
and so that is
Maybe
why,
they'll like
right.
this,
And
like, yeah.
but then you're alienating the fans of the actual, the
Yes.
the real fans
yeah,
of them.
the actual fans.
So that my friend is why this is
Hmm.
by far the best adaptation.
perfect.
And I can't believe I'm saying it because I really didn't expect much.
Well, I dude, and
Like
no,
I knew it was going to be good.
I didn't expect Supersonic. I didn't expect Shadow. I didn't expect all the little pieces that they threw in there, like of the game. That's like, dude, that is cool. Like that's what makes a freaking movie, like adaptation of a game, of a cartoon or whatever. Like that's what makes it good.
Yep.
Genuinely good. Not when they
Change things.
just kind of casually.
Well, that's what
Yeah,
happened
yeah.
with not to go down that road, but that's what happened with like Game of Thrones. It's like the show was great when they were basically taking from the author,
from
and
the
then once
book.
they started making shit up, that's when
then it was like, what is
that's when
happening?
you start
Yeah.
pissing people off.
Just threw things. Yeah,
So, yeah.
threw things away.
Yeah, so
off.
I thought that's why. I mean, overall, it was incredible. I will say this: I am worried about Sonic the Hedgehog 3 because did you see? And I put a note here for you in case you didn't.
Okay.
But did you see that Jim Carrey is basically gonna retire?
Retiring. I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I heard that. I just heard that
Could
yesterday.
you
I'm
imagine?
like, wait.
like, what if this is like his last movie?
How?
He's just done, dude. He's just done.
I mean,
He's just over.
it makes sense. He doesn't need.
he doesn't need it, and
Like-
he's
You
tired
know?
of playing the game.
yeah. Which I can imagine.
Like,
Yeah.
not to get into Will Smith again, but like he had some thoughts about that, and he's like, "This is stupid."
Mm.
He's like, "This is like stupid. Like, what are we like? What is Hollywood? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like." So he's like tired. He's
He's like I'm over
yeah.
it.
He's
I'm
like,
out.
This isn't what I'm old now. Like, I want to
Well, I
be.
mean, it could work good or bad, like either way, because now he's, I mean, in the movie his character is presumed dead, again or whatever. I can't remember in the first movie if he like died.
Well,
or
in the
they
first
made it
one,
seem like
they
he-
banished him to that mushroom.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, like Sonic
So
threw the ring at him, and then
the way-
he like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's all right. That's
he's in
right.
the mushroom
That's okay.
world. Yeah. But yeah, so in this one, he's like presumed possibly dead.
Yeah, he, like,
anyway,
fell.
So it's one of those where it's like, well, he could come back, or they could.
But if not, then like who
But
is
if not,
gonna?
Shadow's obviously the bad guy.
I mean, Shadow would be, but like to carry
he's
the
the
movie
bad-
as
yeah.
the villain.
Yeah, it's turned into an entire like CGI CGI movie.
Yeah, I
So
can't
it
wait.
might change it a little.
I cannot
bit.
wait.
It's definitely gonna be interesting to see where they go
Yeah,
with
and they
it.
just went the Marvel
and see
route,
if they
like with
Yeah.
the tease
Yeah.
at the end. You know, they're just like they do it
Mhm.
every time now.
You son of a.
It's like I knew they were gonna do something, but like I did not expect
Yeah.
that. Do you have any additional takeaways from this film? Because
What about your boy Kid Cudi?
the theme
With
song.
the ending.
I thought it,
the ending
I
song.
thought it was cute. You know, I thought
Yeah.
that was a cute.
I like
little-
it for what it is,
Yeah.
just like in the first one, and it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Wiz doing the
Yeah, I
song.
think they
It's
have
like,
these like
oh,
rappers.
It's,
and
it's
like
a good,
cute. You know,
yeah, it's a good song for
for the kids.
for the
Yeah, I
kids,
thought
yeah.
that was cool. You know, like the kid. It's just something nice for the kids. I thought it was cute. That's adorable
Yeah.
little. And Kid Cudi, like he didn't have to make that song. You know,
no,
just
but
you can tell he had a good time with it. You know,
worked and it's good. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so go see Sonic. If you haven't seen it, go see it. If you haven't played any of the games, go play the game. I actually may jump back on Twitch again, and I may actually start streaming and playing the old Sonic Heroes game that was on. I had it on
We all
GameCube.
did.
I actually still
Yeah, we
have
all
it,
did.
and because that is my biggest memory of Shadow
Mhm.
was from that game.
Yep, Shadow was on there. The
And-
Crocodile was on there.
And yep,
I forget
and
his
so I may actually do that, but yeah, I highly recommend go and see this movie if you are a fan of Sonic, because man, they did it.
So final rating: how many golden rings out of 10 do you?
I don't know, like I mean, if you started analyzing it as like a movie, then obviously the rings go lower. But if you analyze
For what it
as,
was.
for what it was, and
For the
what
fans
it
and for the
was-
kids.
yeah, then it's up to the top.
Mhm.
It's like 8 or 9 in my opinion.
I agree with
honestly.
you.
Like
As a movie,
You
like
know.
if you didn't know what it was
if
happening,
you
I'd be
and
disappointed.
if you
I'd be-
start,
but then like, why are you there
yeah.
in the first place? Like,
yeah, exactly.
like you would like,
Yeah.
what were you expecting? It's like a CGI like fox with two tails.
That's-
And
It just, I don't know why this just made me think of it. So it's like, yeah, if you don't play the, if you,
why are you here?
You're like, why are you there? If you don't play the games, if you don't play the Sonic games, why are you here at the movie? It's like, well, you know, I'm not a maid, but I went and saw Maid in Manhattan. It was like the rebuttal to that. I'm not a fan of maids, but I watched Maid in Manhattan.
Stop.
Like,
Stop.
I don't know why that just randomly popped in my head. I was just like, it's stupid, but it should make
Oh
me
my
laugh.
god. Okay.
What else is going on? I don't even know what else we can talk about. That Sonic was so good. You know actually what else has been really good so far, and you probably haven't watched it, but it just started up again. Season 3 of Atlanta. Season 3 of Atlanta. Old Childish Gambino, Donald Glover.
Yeah,
Have you ever watched?
I've
any
seen
of the,
some of it, but
the
I'm
other
not.
seasons?
Yeah, I know.
Man.
I'm. That's all
Man.
you on this one.
Dude, you absolutely have to watch. You could probably even just start with this season. It's funny because like you don't really have to like necessarily watch them in order, because each episode's like its own thing.
Mm.
It's almost like each episode is like its own little story.
Like-
And it's funny because it's not there. It's like kind of sort of connected, but it's not all like you don't have
Yeah,
to.
so it's like
you
It's
could
Sunny in
literally start
Philadelphia
this
kind of a thing. Like,
ish, not quite, but like ish, like to where like all you really need to know is that Donald Glover's character is in the first season. He's an up and coming manager. He's basically trying to be his best friend's manager, and his best friend is a rapper who put out this song that like went viral. And then so like the first season he's like trying to push his career forward, and then the second season it's like, you know, they're getting a little bit better, and then the third season he's like established. He's a rapper now. He's his manager now, and that's where it is. So it's been cool because like in this season, they're in London now, and it's just all this. The show is legitimately like random. Like there's so much little thing you could tell, like that they want each episode to be its own thing almost, because like each episode is so completely just random, different stuff happens that you're like, what on earth? Like, and it's hilarious or just like interesting or entertaining. Like it's not a strictly like a comedy show, like movie or a TV show, but it's like, I don't know. It's if you are like a filmmaker or a fan of just films, then you can watch Atlanta, because it's like each episode is like it's like a short story almost. Like it's intriguing, I guess is the best way to put it, and it's done so well that you're like, man, like what is this? Like I need to keep watching these episodes. So since you are a fan of Childish Gambino and Donald Glover, Milo, you need to watch this show. Like even if you don't start from the first season, or if you do, like you're gonna be hooked very quickly. That shit is funny.
Is he
like funny?
Yeah.
Man.
Is he back? Like, is he making music again? Because I thought he retired.
I
Like
think I think he's just he's us right now. He's in that creative space where he's just kind of like,
I can't walk away.
Yeah, like he's not working on an album necessarily, but he's still making music, and he
has the outlet, you know. He has the
he's working on his I think a new thing that just came out. He's doing a Lando like series on Disney. Like I think that's like the next thing. Maybe he's working on a bunch of new projects and things. But like, yeah, I saw this interview where he's talking about it because
Did you see the
freaking? Yeah. He shaved his head.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, he shaved his. He went bald. Man, it's like a trend now.
Yeah, first he went bald, and
dude,
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan shaved
You shaved your
off.
stash.
Man, I may have to be next.
You might have to shave off your head.
These curly locks.
Hey, you gotta grow it, man. You gotta grow it. That's all I can say.
See what this dome looks like. I'm gonna be like, oh God, what have I done?
Grow it back.
I don't
immediately.
really particularly like the
tweet.
shape of my head, so
you'll just have to wear. Trust me, I know all about that.
It might look.
Trust
funky.
me, I know.
I'll be wearing a hat every day.
Be like me.
Yeah.
Okay. Where?
Well,
thanks for.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. No, I think.
You know what? Speaking of Disney Plus, and I think we've talked about this before, but we'll just throw this out like a quick little boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, like things coming out. So in case you didn't know, or in case you're a fan or whatever, the Obi-Wan, I think maybe we talked about that, or maybe not.
We briefly
either way
touched on it. Yeah.
It looks amazing. Obi-Wan's coming out very soon. If Darth Vader is going to be in it, in case you did not know
not
this.
Just Darth Vader, but
Hayden Christensen Darth Vader.
How are they going to do that? Are they going to?
I don't know.
Like, is he going to be like all?
I don't know
deformed?
if he's going to. Maybe just
because last time we saw.
Yeah, but I mean, right now, so it's after episode 7.
Or
6.
It's episode.
It's after episode 6.
No.
It's yeah.
Really?
It's after they lost, and it's over, right? Or no, after episode
3.
My bad. Episode 3. after the Jedi, they're all killed off supposedly, and Anakin or Obi-Wan went into hiding, and he's watching.
Right. So right before
Luke, and he's watching Luke. Yeah. So it's right before 4.
Right.
It's in between 3 and
Correct.
4. Yeah, the time frame. Yeah. So Darth Vader is like
doing his thing.
Darth Vader. Yeah. So it should be interesting to see. This is like basically pre Rogue One. You know what I mean? Rogue One is
it's around that time.
Rogue
right?
One is Rogue One is right before Episode
it's like
4.
around that same. Like,
so it's in between. So all right. So it's in between Episodes 3 and Rogue One.
No, okay.
If that makes sense. So it's like right when the Empire has just got established, they're taking over, and shit's getting, beep, 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 we taking over.
And then you know what else though?
Yeah.
In Rogue One, that's when they had Darth Vader, just
slanging that,
throwing at him
lightsaber.
when he throws it at him, and then he picks him up.
Well, dude, so that's what I'm excited about for this Obi-Wan, is that we're gonna get to see Darth Vader like in his prime. Like at the beginning of him,
when he's just like
he's now fully like
he's mad.
Yeah, I'm on the dark side now.
Mad.
Like he's
he
mad.
just lost it all. No.
Yeah.
She's safe.
You killed her.
Appears in your anger. And then he's like smiling on the side.
No.
And then Sidious is just like smiling.
Yeah, so I'm super excited about that, man. It's gonna be good, man.
I'm hyped. Good. Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
I love Star Wars, so it's gonna be good.
What else we got? We got
another Disney Plus. So that new show that came out, and I'm so about it so far. That Moon Knight.
Haven't really heard
the
much
Moon
about
Knight
the
show. Yeah, so it's a Marvel comic character.
Oscar Isaac is Moon Knight.
So it's
great actor, one of the best.
The first episode is like, dang, who directed it? Like, this is good. Like, whoever directed it, kudos to them, because like the first episode was cool, like visually, cinematography, like all the different stuff that they did with like the reflections in the water and the reflections, because basically he's supposed to be like two people, I guess, or whatever, and I don't know. Anyway, I don't fully understand.
Yeah,
I don't know the character at all.
Yeah.
I don't fully understand it quite yet, but I know it's been interesting. Like the first episode was epic. Like the action stuff was cool. Second episode kind of explains it a little bit more, and so you're like, oh, okay, like you kind of understand why he's able to turn into this Moon Knight character or whatever. But then it gets kind of like,
well, he's like such an obscure,
kind of goofy, and so it's interesting to see. Like I don't know. I'm so far I'm intrigued, but I'm on the fence because I don't know where they're gonna go with
he's
this,
so obscure.
And whether or not it's gonna be the. I'll tell you this though, the one thing that I like about this show probably the most is how he looks.
Yeah. It's
like,
great.
Style wise, like he looks,
cool.
He looks dope. It's basically like freaking Batman, but like all white.
Yeah, like hell yeah, let's go.
You know, like that's how it feels. Like he's like Batman, but all white, and but yet he has like some powers, like some superpowers a little bit. Like so, it's pretty dope.
I wonder,
but yeah, it's definitely it's one of those like, oh, watch your what's it freaking that Palpatine says? Oh, watch your career.
With great interest.
With great interest. That's Moon Knight for me right now. Interest. It's like, well, I'm gonna watch Moon Knight with great interest because it's interesting so far, but I don't know where they're gonna go with it. It's gonna be, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
All right. And what else we got?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think
that's it for now.
I think that may be.
I'm gonna throw this out there real quick. Since we didn't talk about this on the last episode of the last season, the Penguin will be getting his own spin-off show.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that. I think I even wrote.
You wrote it down. And I wanted at least.
Yeah.
Coming
Colin
soon.
Farrell coming soon as Colin Farrell as Penguin from the new the Batman movie. He's getting his own show. He's going to be
standalone.
It's gonna be interesting. Bada boom, bada bing. Hey, yo,
I'm walking
hey,
here.
Forget about it. Hey, yo,
Hey,
hey. So yeah,
take
that
it
should
easy,
be-
sweetheart.
That should be. I got you. That should be very interesting, but not as interesting as that Pepsi IHOP
Oh,
collab.
Lord. I have refused to ask you to get into this with me because I have no
Oh,
idea what you're talking about.
The Pepsi IHOP collab, the collab that nobody, the best collab since was
Since
it
Taco
what's that
Bell and
Kanye
KFC.
line? The best collabs since Taco
God damn
Bell
you.
and KFC.
We almost went a whole episode without
But-
mentioning freaking Kanye.
We had to slide it
Son
in
of a-
just a snip. Pepsi did a collab, or is apparently doing a collaboration with none other than IHOP, the International House of Pancakes, or whatever they're called now, and it is Pepsi Maple Syrup Cola. Yeah.
Lord help me. Dude, I can't
Like,
do
what
it.
on earth, dude? I don't know. So yeah, the can is basically a
Like a Pepsi
white
can.
or tan looking Pepsi can with like maple syrup oozing down the top
Only you.
of it, and like
Only you.
a stack of pancakes, like, and it says Pepsi Maple Cola IHOP.
You should try that on your random
What?
snack of the week.
Dude,
Eat some
man, I don't know about
Freaking
that. man.
Pepsi flavored pancakes. Disgusting.
If I see it,
That sounds like one of those things that'll like sell out immediately.
just because it's so random and dumb.
You have to get
know?
it like on eBay for like twice
Yeah.
as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Anyway,
Well,
thank you for listening. I'm Morgan Freeman.
can
Thank
you
you for
wrap the
listening.
show in Morgan Freeman tone? With
Well,
this new season?
Milo. Here, I can't hear myself. I gotta take one of my headphones off here.
Andy Dufresne.
Milo, this has been another great episode of Ready Player Lift. It's been glorious, and I can't help but to say,
He really has the greatest voice in the world. He really does.
right? Thank you to the listeners, and thank you for the followers. Good night.
I'm not touching that. Have a great night. Thank you for following.
Yes, hit that ring that bell on Spotify. Shout us out. We'll shout you out. I don't know.
Follow,
Just
subscribe.
stay connected with us.
Yeah, stay connected. Share the show, please.
Yeah. We out.
We out.